words coming from 18-year-olds.
18-year-old people who are very far from having children. So
I'm pregnant. What? No.
welcome back to the Crossroads Conversation Podcast. And might I say, we are so back because look at the setup, guys.
Yeah, by the way, this is sponsored by Matthew.
Sponsored by
Definitely
Matthew, our
sponsored.
super fan.
He got us foam pads. He got us a sign. He got us lights. He got us every single thing.
It's crazy.
Oh,
We have fancy lights. We have all 3 mics now, so the audio will be much better. We have nice sound padding, so hopefully it shouldn't be too echoey in here. So shout out to Matthew.
Shout out to Matthew. If you see
Big
Matthew,
shout out.
tell him
And now we got our own.
he's awesome.
All 3 of us
Yeah.
have a mic, so
It's gonna be much better now. So
no, it just
For
won't
real.
be us talking
Yeah.
over one mic.
very good. Also, just thank you guys for watching in the first place at all. Like the fact that you guys would come back for a second episode. You
I
know.
think we got like 70 views on the first episode, actually, which
pretty
is pretty
good.
good for a
That's
first
pretty
episode.
good,
I
man.
like that.
Okay, my bad.
There you go.
I keep looking down at the computer 'cause I have the
But
computer
yeah.
here now, guys. But anyways, point is, thank you to all the people who are supporting us, who are liking what we're doing and keeping up with it. You know,
Mhm.
it's kind of a new thing for us for sure. Definitely outside of what we're used to, but I think now that we have a nice setup now, I feel like a lot more
In
confident.
my trailer.
I mean, you know, relative to
Nice
what
enough.
we had last time, this is
Yeah.
much better.
This isn't.
So
It's the lighting's a lot better, and
it's also a lot less hot as it was
Yeah.
last time. It was
Like 90,
It
yeah.
was probably 100 in here when we were recording last time.
oh yeah,
It was bad.
now it's like probably 80 or so.
Yeah. So, with all this housekeeping out of the way, welcome back to Crossroads Conversations. Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. It's the Lord's Day today.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Amen.
Shout out to God
Every day.
every day.
Okay. Oh my god.
So-
no.
In this episode, we're kind of starting our new format a bit. We're focusing more on having our,
I wouldn't say
our
new
usual-
format, but our
usual
main
format. Yeah.
format.
Our goal is to have this continued format. And today we'll be talking about mostly about social media and how it is used in society and
Yeah.
The
the ups and
goods, the
downs.
bads,
Yeah.
the happy
The
sads.
uglies.
a lot
Yeah.
to talk about when it comes to social media. So, only really scratching the surface today.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But to start, we're going to ask the question of what is your favorite meme?
Before we answer that question, also I think it'd be better if you scoot over a
Scoot
little
over
bit.
more?
Yeah,
Scoot in.
because
We're
then
all friends here.
because then it, no, I mean it just makes it more sense on the thing because
Yeah.
I'm kind of like in the corner ish, but
Is
that
that
looks
good?
better.
That look better? All right.
yeah, it looks a lot better because more symmetrical. Stop mewing.
My bad. Anyways, where were we? So,
That should be alright.
Memes.
So, favorite meme.
there's a lot of memes
There's a
out
lot of memes.
there. And I
Okay,
think-
how like let's start with like what's your favorite trending meme at the moment?
Okay, that's a good idea.
And then we can do all time.
I'm down for that.
Okay, I would say, it's kind of stupid, but the brain rot memes are kind of funny. They're just stupid.
They're kind of funny. Okay, I think it gets very annoying at some point, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yes,
a
definitely.
limit on brain rot permitted. in
I
my
don't
vicinity.
really find them funny. I find them more annoying.
There's
than
some that are
funny.
okay.
There-
Some are
okay,
super annoying.
some are funny.
Some are funny.
There-
That's what
there's
I'm
a
saying.
select there's a select few that's funny, but when it's just someone saying what the sigma, I'm like, okay, this is just annoying. Just
Yeah,
keep
there's some.
selecting.
You just gotta find the right.
Yeah.
I think they definitely have some value.
Mm.
Some keyword some. It's not a lot of value, but it's something.
Something
Uh,
doesn't bring that much to the
I
table.
think it. I don't like it at work. We both work
Yeah.
at the same place, and
Imagine working at Chick-fil-A.
Okay,
shout out to Chick-fil-A. This is sponsored by Chick-fil-A. No, I'm
Shout
kidding.
out
It's
to,
not
shout out to
sponsored by
Craig,
Chick-fil-A.
bro. Craig will say what the sigma.
Craig will say a lot of things.
He's pretty
Um,
funny.
Yeah.
Who's Craig?
He's like the work dad.
Yeah,
He's like the old guy. The old guy. Okay, not old, but like
he's like
he's
middle
older,
age.
you could say. Yeah, he'll say a lot of things. Elias will say things at the worst time possible.
Oh my gosh.
When Elias says brain rot stuff, it's at the exact times when I don't need to hear it, and it genuinely gets into my skin. So I
Yeah.
think Elias's level of brain rot has gotten to me to a point where I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I like that. I think it gets under my skin. There was a time I was like actually crashing out because I couldn't take it anymore. But I think there is some funny brain rot. There's a meme that I just came around to liking, like within the past day. there's this guy who does like the memes of like being the cringy like Rick
Oh,
friend. The Rick
yeah.
friend memes. I don't know if you guys have seen these.
I don't know if I have.
He gets on like they're usually like on Fortnite montages in the background, but like he does this really cringy character basically. And
It's fine.
So the
Pretty
window's
good.
open back here, so this is like a whole entire. Oh my gosh, that looks like gonna fall. And that totally was gonna fall if.
Can we stuff this? No, we can't.
Oh gosh,
there we go.
this is like not hard mounted, but it works.
No, it's just sitting there
Yeah.
very vicariously.
Mhm.
Worked. But it's
It
so
works.
cool that we couldn't just not put it in the frame. So we're figuring it out.
It's gonna be
Anyways.
scaring me this whole time.
It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't think they were very funny at first, if you could believe it, because the point of it is to be cringy. But eventually I realized this guy's kind of funny, actually. Not gonna lie, the character is starting to grow on me. Well, there was one where he was on like this like Fortnite stream, and I was just like, I hated it before, and I was sending it to Michael and Elias just because I could, because I think it's funny to send people things that are inherently not funny. But I don't know. It's starting to grow on me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
Maybe that's a bad thing. It's like brain rot though. It's like I'm catching it. You know,
You're catching the brain rot syndrome.
I'm catching brain rot. I'm not gonna lie.
We all have a little bit of it in us.
I think I'm probably like not the worst. I think I'm probably on the not the least brain rot side out of our friend group. Because there's some people that just genuinely say it.
Yeah,
Elias.
it's not on. It's literally just part of his vocabulary at this point. It's not even like intentional anymore. He just does it.
We just
and
say it to
sucks.
say it.
Yeah. No, actually, or he doesn't even realize he's saying it, and he'll just says things, and I'm like, what the heck, man?
I think my favorite trending meme is the one where it's Syndrome, and he's just. It's like I think the first one started out like anything is within walking distance if you have the time, and it just has this really funny bass behind it, and he's just walking, and then I think the first one that I actually laughed at was when he's like anything's within walking distance if you have time, and he's on the moon like slow walking just with the noise in the background, and it's not that funny when I explain it, but it's a lot more funny when you watch it.
There's a lot of memes out there that people, if you haven't seen them, us talking about it is not gonna be very funny.
Oh yeah, no, not at
Yeah.
all.
You have to know it, and you have to like play in your head.
Cause I
when
feel
you
like I
think
could
about
bring
it,
up
you know?
I could bring up a meme right now, and you guys probably don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
There's probably stuff I can't think of them right now, but I probably could say something, and you guys were like, "I've never seen this in my entire life."
Well, that's the weird thing about memes is that they live and die so fast that like
Oh yeah.
by the time you bring it up to someone, they're like, "What
Oh,
the
you're
heck?" are you
talking about this one?
Yeah, either
then-
the algorithm pushes the same stuff to everyone, or no one gets the same things. And I tell people a meme and they just don't get it. Or I just
Yeah.
make up a fake meme and I just start pushing it onto people, like Touch Peb.
Oh my!
Okay,
Look, I'm not trying to. It's just
we're
my
recreating
Foot.
the last episode. He's playing footsies.
I'm not trying to. My foot is
I
like
am a-
genuinely cramped.
I'm a
Like,
Peb
look at my-
hater.
look at my
Just
foot
so you
right
know,
now.
I'm a Peb hater.
That's the intro right there.
Like look at my foot right now.
It's not okay. There's not a lot of space on this table. I'll be honest. We all got long legs. I'm a big Peb fan, and the best part is because I invented Peb. Well, like I didn't invent Peb. I found Peb, and it's a very very niche joke.
Peb.
Yeah.
Sounds like a short term for like Pepsi or something, or like a soda.
Whenever I think of Peb, I think you're talking about Dr. What is it?
Pib?
Dr. Pepper.
Pib. Yeah.
Dr.
Dr.
Pib,
Pibb is also
yeah.
what it makes me think of. I don't. Okay, here's the funny thing:
Something
is I don't
soda.
actually know what the context of this meme comes from.
Peb.
Peb, Touch Peb
Touch Peb.
is the bit. Is the bit.
I'm a Peb
I feel like
hater.
that sounds familiar.
It's from another podcast I listened to where they said they were trying to start a new meme by just telling their fans to start saying it, even though there's like zero context to why you're like what you're supposed to say it about or where it's
Gosh.
from. They just promised that it's not something bad that they're getting to say, which is nice of them. So I've just been saying Touch Peb all the time.
like,
Yeah. There's a lot of things out there where people start saying them and you don't actually realize how bad
I
it is to
didn't
say
even
it.
know what that meant until
It's
you
bad.
told me.
You shouldn't say it too much. I just started saying it a lot recently, and no one likes it, and
Touch
that
Peb?
makes it really funny to me.
What? Touch Peb?
Saying Touch Peb. I like two people who
That's
say
why
it
I'm a
with
Peb
me.
hater.
He's a Peb hater. I got lots of friends on the Discord server who are all Peb haters too. I think it's hilarious.
But you have like what Peb. You have some Peb enjoyers.
I have a
Touch
Peb.
Peb,
I have a Peb enjoyer on that server too. I've indoctrinated him into touching Peb. So,
That just sounds
That
wrong.
sounds so wrong.
but I think the newer memes, the current like space for memes, is not great right now.
Oh no, not at all.
We're in a meme drought right now, in my opinion.
That like most of them are like they're not funny or they're just really bad.
Yeah,
You know?
it's not a great time for memes. I'll be
I
honest.
feel like a lot of them are just like you kind of get a little like smile on it, and then you just like keep scrolling when you see a
Yeah.
meme. You know?
There's no memes where like I genuinely find myself laughing that much anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
Except
just
for the
like,
one where it's the syndrome one. I genuinely find that funny
Syndrome
for
is
some
kinda funny,
reason.
just a little bit. What about old memes though? Because old memes, they're a much bigger part of culture, I think. Because if a meme can still be remembered like years after it,
I think mine's
is big.
the one that I have is known, but it's not. It wasn't super popular.
Mm.
What is it?
There's only one race, the human race. What about NASCAR?
What about NASCAR, guys?
I love that one.
This is, okay, okay. Are we gonna say that Vine is one meme as a whole, or
I feel like there's so much. There's so many memes just.
because there are so many Vines out there? It's kind of crazy.
It's not one thing at all.
because
Vine was good.
Vine culture, like you had to have been a part of it in a way, you
Yeah.
know. But it was like definitely not
Like what was his name? Thomas.
Sanders.
Yeah.
There's a lot of creators who started out on
Or
on
or
Vine, and it's
what's
crazy.
the Zach?
King.
Cool.
Yeah, Zach
Zach
King.
King, yeah.
Zach King.
That's true.
He does a lot more like video editing stuff, and he's really good at it. But
He is. That's
like
interesting.
he had me questioning if that was real sometimes when I was like 10.
Some of that stuff blew my mind when I was young. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, "There's no way
And he's
that
still making content, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's still on Instagram.
quite. I would say he's not relevant, but he's relevant at the same time.
He's relevant enough. Yeah, I like Zach King a lot. He's pretty good. I think other big creators from Vine, a lot of them have died off.
Wasn't
Yeah,
They
Was-
tried to continue in like because like you got like King Bach.
was
right?
Logan Paul on Vine?
Logan Paul started on Vine.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
a lot- okay.
he changed up his stuff though.
He's
so
some
he's still
creators
cruising
started
along,
on Vine
you think?
Which-
Yeah,
and changed to kind of like fit the new space. Like there was a two Viners that their name is Sam and Colby, and they're like pretty well known. They do not do Vine stuff anymore. They do like haunted paranormal activity videos, like the most random stuff in the world. And you're like, how do you go from making funny skits to doing something completely unrelated, but still having like a strong following? Because they have millions of followers. Like they get good views. And
Right.
I haven't watched them in a while, but like it was weird how they shifted from something totally unrelated to what they originally started doing. Like Logan
Yeah.
Paul and like Jake Paul.
yeah. They went from
They're not
Vine,
doing
and then,
Vine things anymore.
and then they just went
Yeah.
straight to boxing.
I mean,
and
boxing.
Stuff.
I
Okay,
mean,
isn't
what else?
it just me or like their brother relationship is really scuffed? Like
It's weird.
it's they have such a rivalry with each other.
for Andrew
but
Tate.
what?
For Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Well, isn't they what? Jake Paul's fighting Mike Tyson in like a month or something, or next
Called
couple
that
months.
off.
Well,
They-
they're gonna be doing. I'm
well,
pretty
yeah,
sure
'cause I
still.
thought they
Mike
called that
Tyson's
off.
like a bajillion
Well,
years
they
old. So.
they called off for a little bit because apparently there was something, but I just don't.
I
get
still
that.
think, okay, if it weren't for Mike Tyson's age, I think he would absolutely beat him. Because at this age, I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
Because there is something
getting up
called
there.
getting old. You know, eventually you start to
The
lose.
thing is too, Mike
strength.
Tyson definitely is not natty.
We
He'd
don't
probably
talk
kill me
about-
if I said that, but or if he heard me
Like,
say
he
it.
would just kill
Here's
you
the thing,
just
though,
by looking at
He's
you.
definitely not natty though, and being someone who's not natty, it ages you faster. Like
Yeah.
when you start breaking down, you break down fast.
Yeah.
Like with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's definitely not natty.
Schwarz what?
And-
Okay, bro.
I'm sorry.
clip that.
We're gonna.
If you
clip
see
that out.
Arnold Schwarzenegger now, he is not looking good, and he's not that old.
Yeah.
Like,
How
they're-
old is he?
He's okay. He's
Probably
in his like 70s now.
Okay,
But for someone who's 70,
Dude, my grandpa
60 or
who's
70 is
81
bad.
looks younger than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
it's bad. He looks like he was fighting demons, bro. Let me tell you. I don't know. I think it's not a very natural way to age. That's for sure. Huh?
Same. Whenever I think of roids, I just think of Sam Sulek for some reason.
No, Sam Sulek is totally natty, guys. I promise.
Yeah,
he's
he's-
totally natty.
Absolutely natty.
There's no way.
Doesn't he make that very apparent though?
I have no idea. I don't actually watch very much Sam Sulek. I'll be honest.
All I know is that his
Neither.
personality is very soothing in a way. Like he talks very calmly.
He's just
and-
literally me, honestly. Is the truth.
No, he's not Ryan Gosling.
I'm Ryan
He's-
Gosling.
There you go.
You guys ever seen The Fall Guy?
I
I
haven't.
made that
I
movie.
haven't seen
I
it.
haven't seen
It's a
it.
banger
I
movie.
want to.
It's a good film.
It looks so good.
It's a really good movie. I don't know. Gym culture is kind of odd because there's a lot of push for things to be natty. But
Yeah.
most people who form gym culture are definitely not natty.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I
you
think
know-
we're kind of getting off tangent.
No, this is totally important. Chat.
What's your favorite meme?
My favorite meme.
Or older
Yeah.
meme, I guess.
Favorite? Well, you already said your relevant one. What's your favorite
Time.
all-time meme?
I'm trying to think of stuff that I still quote today. Because there's like a lot of old vines that I
Oh
quote.
heck no!
Okay, yeah.
That one's fun.
Oh my gosh. We say that a lot at work.
Yeah.
To a point where it's very annoying, actually.
My brother.
Cause that's Vine, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I have another meme that I really liked. It's the brother.
That's a newer one, though.
It is new, but I still like it.
New meme. Yeah, I don't even know where that meme actually really comes from, to be honest. I just hear people say it all the time.
Nothing.
All the time. Like,
Brother.
yeah, I'm a big fan of, oh my god.
No, that's pretty. Yeah, I've been saying that a lot.
Oh, heck no. Okay. It's weird because there's like a new version of brain rot where it's like very obvious. It's like the Sigma stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We can go cat for a cat. We can go Riz for Riz.
Okay, that's the brand I don't
But
like.
but the like there is still like an OG version of brain.
Okay,
there's
hold
still
on.
an OG version of brain rot.
Well,
out there.
I feel like brain rot's always been a thing with memes. It's just now called brain rot.
It's just called brain rot now. Because you guys remember those memes where it was like a bajillion videos like edited together and it was like super sped up
yes.
and it had like, hey, Quandale Dingle here or whatever. And it just play like dumb audio over like a
Yeah.
billion videos.
Or the
It's like car crashes and stuff, and like just cuts to like people doing backflips in like a Taco Bell or something. It's just like
yeah, I know what you're
yeah.
talking about.
that
Those-
stuff. Some of that stuff was
I
really.
think I have it
funny
saved
to
on
me
my
for a
phone
while.
actually. A video of that.
Some of that stuff was really funny to me, and I'm not proud to admit that because it's not.
I like the
It's
one of
not
the.
very highbrow comedy.
It's like or the what's it
Highbrow.
called? The light skin versus dark skins. Those are so fun.
Okay, the light skin stare meme was really funny.
that yeah.
That changed a culture, bro. Because people still do like the Sigma face and like
Sin. Oh my gosh. Sin City wasn't made for you.
that was the start of Riz, I would say.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like
The-
that
the
formed
saying-
what Riz is as a whole,
I
which
don't
is crazy.
I still don't like how Riz is like I just don't like the word.
I don't.
I-
Okay,
It's
I don't like how much meme like dialect is common anymore.
Yeah.
To the point where our pastor is saying David was cooked in the Old Testament.
oh god.
Oh my gosh,
dude.
I remember
That
that.
was like 2 weeks
He
ago
said
or
it, and
whatever.
it wasn't even like he was trying to make a joke and like intentionally be funny. Really,
Okay, but I think like
no, he definitely said
Cook-
it for the sake of being funny to an extent.
I know, but I think cooked in some ways. Like I was using cooked before cooked was a thing.
Yeah, cooked always was like kind of a thing, but when it got big, it suddenly became a meme to say it.
Yeah.
But people still say it kind of unironically.
See, the cooked thing is like, oh, we're so cooked.
Yeah.
When I said I was cooked, I meant like my brain is fried and
Yeah,
I didn't get sleep last night. That's what I thought cooked used to mean. And now
cooked
it's
means
just,
a lot of things.
now it means like, oh, there's a whole huge tsunami coming for us. We're cooked.
Like
Like,
cooked chat.
okay.
Oh, that's the meme I like the most. Chat.
Okay, yeah.
Chat.
Acting like you're a
Perhaps.
Twitch streamer. I
say that.
everyone
so much.
everyone
Well,
at
you are
work.
a Twitch
But
streamer,
okay,
so-
yeah, but I still say it even when I'm not streaming.
Unironically.
I was like,
Yeah.
everyone at work can attest that when they first met me, the biggest thing I would say was,
Chat.
"Chat, is this real?"
Yes.
That I would say, "Chat, is this real?"
Yeah.
24/7 for a good while. That was like my thing, and I still say it around people on like
I think
Discord.
we all still say it.
It's definitely still a thing. I say it probably way
Chat,
too
can we
much.
clip that?
And the other thing is too, now that I actually do some streaming, when I say it, people are like, "Oh, are you streaming right now?" Like,
Well, like
like I think I just didn't tell them that I was streaming the whole time.
I was
and
streaming
they
a
get
couple nights
stressed
ago.
out.
You joined and you're like, "Bye, chat."
Bye,
Like,
chat.
right when you left.
Oh yeah,
right
I
after you
joined
left,
in
or-
like for like 0.2 seconds as the stream was ending, just because I saw you guys were on. I thought it was
Yeah.
funny. But yeah, chat is this real is probably like the biggest meme that I've like consistently made reference to for a
Yeah.
while, you know? So, I don't know. I think it's funny at least.
It's funny.
I'm
You're-
gonna see.
Are you a light skin versus dark skin
Wait,
guy?
did
Is
you?
that-
Did you? I don't even know if you said what your
Chat is real.
Chat
That's,
is
that's my
Real.
favorite
Okay.
meme.
Like of all time, you're saying?
I think of all time, Chat is real is pretty funny. Just because
But it's so. I mean, I think it's so new. Like I'm trying
it's
to think.
still pretty
there's-
new. I think a lot of OG memes kind of. You guys ever watched YouTube poops when you were a kid?
What?
You ever watch YouTube poops?
What is that?
You know YouTube poops.
I know what they are. Yes.
It's like they take like movie scenes and they edit it in like the dumbest way possible,
yeah.
and it's hilarious.
It's
It was okay. YouTube poops was the OG brain rot.
yeah. Maybe we should pull up the video so that we. Can
Jamie,
show.
pull up the video. It's just gonna cut to a YouTube poop right now, or I'm just gonna edit this current section into a YouTube poop, and it's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Oh,
is that?
please don't.
That'd be
Oh
so
gosh.
funny though.
That takes so much time.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Anyways,
I was gonna say, okay, it's not like a meme like like always enjoy, but like one that like has stayed alive for such a long time is that I'm never gonna give you up.
Mm.
That thing has
I
been
don't.
alive for
I can't
so
believe
long.
I didn't even mention that.
editor, play Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up."
It just still use like there'll just be barcodes of it, or just like you try and troll people still today, like for the past like what 10 years, however long it's been out, for 20 years. I don't know how long it's when that
See
comes.
nowadays.
The song is much older than the memes existed.
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
right,
very much.
which is crazy.
Wasn't it like some guy that started it or claims that he started it?
Some guy came out and there's several people who claim that they started most memes, but like he actually might have been the OG.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
But I mean, I'm trying to think.
It's still funny.
It is still pretty funny, especially if you can like troll people with
Okay,
it. Like
no, no,
you give
When
people
you
with
actually
it.
get someone with a Rickroll,
nowadays
it's pretty funny.
So, like, rare to get a Rickroll that when you do, it's like kind of like a Rickroll. You know.
Once
Yeah.
if you pull it
don't
off,
get 'em
it's
very
impressive
often.
because everyone knows what Rickrolls are.
Yeah.
Like everyone.
Also, Chuck Norris jokes are so funny.
Oh my god.
The Chuck Norris memes are really funny. I grew up on those on some like Gmod video groups, and they used to make tons of Chuck Norris jokes. I thought they were hilarious. It's like Chuck Norris's
on.
kicks can cure cancer.
I
Like
know
the
there's
dumbest
so
thing.
many. Dude, I could pull up like a list of 1,000 different Chuck Norris jokes.
Chuck
right
Norris
now.
tells the sun to
Oh,
set.
a snake bit Chuck Norris's leg. He went through 2 days of suffering before he died. How's the finish? You
The
know
son
what
of
I'm
the
saying.
snake died, not
The-
Chuck
The
Norris.
snake died.
Chuck Norris tells
No,
the clock what
No,
time
no,
it is.
It goes like this. It goes like this. A snake bit Chuck Norris. After 2 days of suffering, he finally died. The snake died, or something like that. I can't.
The snake
Chuck
finally
Norris
died.
doesn't
The
do
snake- the
push-ups.
snake
He does
finally
earth downs.
He does earth downs. Those
Oh
are
my-
funny.
I love. Like I.
Oh no!
Chuck
but
Norris
I always
tells the
heard-
light to be green.
I always heard those videos over like a GTA 5 going down the hill, like
Okay. Actually, one of the funniest current memes, I'd say, I just remembered this, is a meme where they intentionally take, they'll like take the videos of like car jumps, like the car jumps going down the thingies,
Mhm.
and then it would have like a podcasting, but then the podcast will just slowly fade away, and it'll be like, we know what you're here for. You're just watching the car jumps, and it's just like a minute straight of just the car jumps.
it's so satisfying. For
It's
some
I think it's
reason.
really funny in my opinion that they like or the memes where it'll be those edited videos where it's like the top is a podcast, the bottom is the car jumps, but they'll put the audio of the car jumps and not the podcast. Those were so
those.
funny to me. Every time I saw one of those, I was dying laughing for a while. I thought they were hilarious. Just the turning it on its head of just like, oh man, that had me dying.
Or Aura. Oh,
Okay.
Gosh,
Oh my.
I
What's
didn't
the thoughts
even.
on
I didn't
Aura?
even mean to say Aura. I just meant to say
And then it just came out.
Wait, you
Yeah.
actually didn't mean to say aura?
No, I did not mean to say Aura.
I think the aura memes were kind of funny.
Now
I think
they're-
it's a funny thing to say to videos that are not focused on aura.
yeah.
Where like if you talk about that one Turkish sharpsharpshooter guy,
Oh,
he
yeah.
has aura.
yeah.
But if there's an actual video where like plus 1,000 aura, it's
like-
like that's lame.
I'm
That's,
kidding.
that's
don't do
lame. Yeah, they're just profiting off of a popular meme versus like actually using it. You know. So Chuck Norris, what else do you like, Austin?
I don't know. I mean, I already said two. I don't know. Like, I mean,
those are good ones.
What's one that Austin says all the time?
what do I say? I don't know.
I don't remember. I'm trying to just reminisce.
The one that we can't that he does say all the time. I don't know if we're allowed to say.
What do I say?
Did you pray today?
Oh, I don't say. I don't even say that often. I feel like.
I'm gonna put
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like-
go through all of your stream VODs right now, and
You can't
make
go.
I'm
you
make
can only
a
look at
counter.
the past like week or two.
I'm gonna look through all the past week of VODs, and I'm gonna make a counter for every time you said, "Did you pray today?"
I actually probably. I didn't say
How many
it this
times-
past week.
I'm not actually gonna do that, but I'm sure if he had stats on how many times he said it, it'd be a lot.
Okay, no, the memes where it's like POV you died and you get to see your life stats and the amount of times like
Reels scrolled. This is gonna be awful.
Oh, I don't even.
Not for me.
I'm gonna get like the golden AR in heaven, like the legendary weapon skin for scrolling the most amount of memes out of any other human being.
I think you'd be surprised how many people scroll.
Scrolling
was
is bad.
Oh wait. Oh, my phone's right there. Okay.
Keep it out of here. So let's move on to our next question.
Yes.
How do you think social media will evolve in the next 10 years? Now this question's pretty open ended.
Yeah.
And that's intentional. Because we could talk about how we think meme culture is going to shift. I'm pretty sure admittedly, in 10 years, we're going to be much older than we are now. And we're going to be like...
Yeah, I'm
No.
gonna be 28, dude.
We're going to be 10 years
I'm
older,
gonna be
guys.
almost
I have
30.
shocking news for you. In 10 years, you're going to be 10.
Ugh.
I can't believe 2014 is only 3 months away, guys. Those memes are really funny. But the memes that come out of like the youngest generation in 10 years, we're not going to be able to understand. We're going to be the old people who are like, what
What?
does this mean? Yeah. Keeps scaring me.
No, it's,
I feel like in the next 10 years for memes, it's probably just gonna be the same as the last 5 years. I mean, it just.
I think we. I think.
dumber and dumber.
I think right now we still have the context behind some of them, but at some point we're gonna be like, what's the context?
Also,
behind it?
AI
And we're not-
memes
and we're not.
are gonna be a lot bigger. I mean, they already are big now, and AI in general.
I really hope that we. I know AI is probably not gonna go away, but I really hope somehow we're able to ban AI.
I'm going to unplug Skynet. I'm going to personally take down Skynet because I hate
Yeah.
AI.
Because I think that's gonna be a big thing with social media too. Is I don't know, like I don't know, just AI in general.
I think I feel like in 10 years time there's going to have like lived and died like at least 5 more social medias. Because I feel like once social media has started to die is like Snapchat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like
I haven't
just
touched
the-
Snapchat in years.
I don't. Yeah.
I've never had Snapchat.
I used to have it when I was much younger and I
I've
have no
never had
reason
it.
to have it. And it's a terrible app, honestly. It's not a useful social media in any regard.
I mean, is any social media really that useful?
I think some social media is useful to some extent.
Depends. X
Not
is
Okay.
X is fun.
10 years from now, Twitter will be dead.
No,
I'm
I
calling
don't think it
out.
will.
I think Twitter's gonna
With
die.
Elon Musk, I don't think it will.
Eventually, Elon Musk is going to be assassinated by his own robots. And
That's
X-
a crazy.
But it's gonna get
X
run
is
over,
just
run
gonna
over
be
by a
sh-
Tesla.
yeah, he's going to get run over by a wild Tesla.
Grandpa ran over.
A
wait,
Cybertruck
Grandma
will
got run
crash to his
over by a
office and
reindeer.
flatten him comically. And
Wow.
the AI is going to take over on Twitter, and they're going to start adding like the wackiest updates. Like they're going to bring back the NFTs and stuff. And then X is going to die.
I feel like TikTok is still popular, but it's definitely died down since like 2020.
TikTok,
And like,
I feel like Instagram Reels actually is like the biggest source of memes right now, in my opinion.
YouTube Shorts too, because YouTube Shorts is pretty new.
Mm.
I mean, I guess the whole short form content's pretty like.
Okay,
new.
but YouTube Shorts, it just doesn't have the same, like.
Aura.
okay, buddy.
You don't get.
I lost my
I feel like I say that a lot. Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, that.
That's an Austin quote right there. If you want to
Okay, buddy.
quote Mr. Grazed __ just say
By the way,
Just say
he
okay,
streams on
buddy, a lot.
Twitch, so.
yeah. Follow him on
Check him out.
Twitch, guys. I was thinking
And this
about.
guy.
Oh, I never
Recon.
introduced us. I guess this episode, but I was gonna put little name tags under us, like when we introduce ourselves, and it's gonna say Austin. Follow on Twitch.tv. For me, I was gonna say the urban legend.
All right, we
Yeah.
did not mention our names. Do you want to do that, and then we can clip it in later?
I'm Jack.
Yeah, I'm Austin.
I'm Michael.
Chaz is right.
All right, let's resume.
Where were we? Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know.
10
I think
years.
short form content is like, it's definitely gonna change a lot. I think, because I think eventually people are gonna get tired of it.
I feel like that's the biggest change in probably the past 10 years with social media is short form content.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go from there because our attention span's already cooked. So is it gonna come back to longer form videos or
Right.
are we just gonna?
Here we are. We're already saying my attention span's cooked. Like
It's cooked, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing.
We're
I
so
think
cooked.
a lot of stuff that has occurred in the past, like a lot of technology that has come out, we thought was going to change the space of technology as a whole, and it really hasn't. Like when VR first started coming out, everyone thought VR, like VR gaming, VR watching. Even
well, it's just
social
because
media.
of how expensive it is.
Well,
Like,
yeah, we
if-
always think that's going to be the big thing that changes, like the next space of the internet.
and it turns out it's like
It's not.
$2,000 for a decent
Like
setup.
you can get VR much cheaper than you used to,
Yeah,
but the actual hype around VR just isn't there yet, or isn't there anymore at least. Like it's still useful to some extent. I have a VR headset. They're fun to use.
It's funny to watch videos of people playing VR
It's
because
pretty funny.
like that one clip where the friend's just like running away, like he's like a tiny little guy, he's going, and then he's like, "Oh, why are you running?" And he looks back, and it's just Poppy from Poppy Playtime. He's like, "Wow!"
I like the ones of when they like jump into the screen like in real life. You know, they have the VR headset on and they just jump in real life. They like jump into their TV.
Oh my
Here's
gosh,
my
where
ho-
they're, like, running
Here's my
around.
hope for the end of or an evolution of social media is that we stop having people like Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed, where you
Show me.
Okay.
clip that.
Sorry.
Like
Or
their
or
content.
Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden Ross. Here's the thing. I always hope that the cringiest of social media dies, but then it always just comes back in a different way, right? Like
Yeah.
cringe on the internet is just like, it's like telling the internet not to be cringe is like telling birds not to fly. Like it's hard to not be cringe on the internet, eventually at least, because maybe kids think it's really funny. Because I know my little brothers think iShowSpeed is just the funniest human being alive, but it's so dumb.
Oh.
And when I was a kid, I'm sure the stuff that I thought was really funny was not that funny.
I mean,
But I always feel like the standard of comedy was much higher when I was a kid, at least. Because like you had
I think
Minecraft YouTubers was the big thing, and they actually had some good jokes.
Dream.
No, not Dream. Like OG Minecraft YouTubers, like Sky Does Minecraft,
Stampy.
Stampy, Sunday, popular MMOs.
I
Like
didn't find Sunday very.
Bro, I watched Unspeakable Gaming. You know what that is, bro?
yeah.
I
I love that.
couldn't with some.
I
like,
watched him a lot. Or like Preston plays.
for me,
Those are big ones.
I couldn't really watch the people who were really energetic, and to me I was like, this feels really fake. Like
Well, I think the more energetic people, it depends on the kid, but it's more geared towards children
Yeah.
because with
I liked watching a typical gamer
Typical gamers.
because he was like a little bit more chill.
yeah, I don't know. I had that same thing with Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
I watched.
I liked Jacksepticeye. I liked his accent. I thought he was funny to watch. I watched so many of his Happy Wheels videos. It's not
Happy.
even
Oh,
funny.
I've probably seen all of them.
There's so many out there, and I've seen a lot of them. But he was so high energy that eventually it was hard to listen to. Like he was a difficult voice to hear as I got older.
And now,
I was
and
like,
now,
it
I
was
listen, now I listen to, I think it was Growling Sidewinder. He does like the DCS videos.
oh yeah,
And he's got like a super monotone voice, and it's almost kind of like soothing to listen to.
yeah. I
And,
think
and he's like Fox 2 out, and which is like he's literally sending a missile over to someone, like just.
I think it is funny.
Super calm.
Dang.
It is weird how you have such a spectrum of online personalities because
Definitely on a spectrum.
that's not what I mean. What I mean is like you have the people like have you seen those two like Roblox YouTubers? It's like we're stuck in the Gadagadi Gadayo prison and we have to escape the chicken nuggets or whatever, and they're like super energetic. But then you have people like, I'm gonna get like lampooned for not remembering this. What was his name? The Minecraft
There's-
YouTuber who passed away.
Technoblade?
Technoblade. His voice was monotone. Like he had like a calm personality.
Yeah.
And like even like Markiplier, who's like a massive YouTuber, he started being more like focused on being more energetic, but now he's calmed down to a point where he's just like monotone again.
Jack,
Like that's his personality.
87.
Jacksepticeye haven't calmed down. I feel like
He has tamed for a lot for sure.
PewDiePie.
Don't
Bridge
bring up
video.
PewDiePie. Don't bring up the bridge video. We're gonna pull up a clip of what Foster says on stream. It's almost as bad as what PewDiePie said there.
No, I don't think it's as bad.
Surprised we haven't gotten canceled yet.
If we
You
just
can't
stat, if we
you
just
can't
stat
cancel
on,
us.
if we just stat on slurs said, I would be the least. I'd have the least slurs said.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm just built like
But
that.
the amount of brain rot, I think I'm probably on the lowest.
Oh, I have the worst brain rot out of all of us for sure.
We're
Least
close,
slurs,
but
most
I
brain
think
rot.
you say it a little bit more than I do.
Yeah, I definitely do.
because I don't.
What the sig?
Yeah, I don't say the.
He says well the segment pretty
I said-
frequently.
Yeah, I.
So I don't know. I think it's weird how those personalities shift over the years. Because now like you're a content creator
Didn't
and
you
your
say-
your
didn't-
personality is being calm mostly. You know, like that monotone kind of vibe.
Didn't you? Didn't you have to leave at some point?
I got time.
I got time. You got time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try to get this episode to about an hour, maybe 45
Okay.
minutes. Probably be a shorter one.
Yeah.
I think another thing that will make social media evolve is like gimmicks, because like we have Be Real now, you know. That's
That's
social
true.
media. It's a very specific gimmick that they've made up,
And
it's
cool.
gonna die out eventually.
Yeah.
They're already kind of starting to kill it with how much extra
There's
things
so
they're
many-
adding to Be
There's
Real.
so many like I've already seen so many ads on it.
It's
Yeah.
The
just
amount of ads,
like,
I'm like-
filled with ads.
You just see your friend Be Real, then you scroll and there's an ad, and then
They
you
made
this
it-
and every other. You
They
know?
made it so you can post like 6 Be Reals a day if you get it on time.
Yeah.
At which point it's like that just goes against the point of Be Real. Like what it was is that you post it one time and that was it.
Yeah.
And now it's
or,
something totally
like,
different.
If you post on time, you get 2 extras to
Yeah,
post. throughout
that
the
was
day.
I liked that. It
Which
was, I
is-
felt like a good
yeah.
balance.
Yeah.
Now they're getting further away from the original gimmick by adding more.
I do like when they added the randomizer thing.
Roulette was
Gosh,
kind of
that-
fun.
Yeah, roulette.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I didn't
Oh.
use it hardly at all.
Although
Okay,
it's kind of scuffed sometimes because if you get a wrong picture and then you're on your last one, it's like, do I post it or do I
Commit to
just
it.
like?
well the thing is, I have some rules around what I'm allowed to post on Instagram because of legal things. That makes it sound really suspicious.
What?
My family does
sound-
foster care, and we're not allowed to social media post the
Even
foster
you?
kids' faces.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
okay, never mind.
So
Okay.
I have a lot of pictures on my phone of the foster
Okay, I
kids,
see.
and if I do a Be Real roulette and it ends up on one of them, I can't post it. I'm not legally allowed to. Well, not legally, but like for the safety of our family and for the kids, we're not allowed to post on social media.
That's
And so even if
I
you
didn't
if you find
realize.
if you find family photos that we posted like of all of us during like Christmas time, we had a Christmas time picture in front of the church. They're in the picture, but we all had to put like emojis over their faces to cover their identity.
Dang.
So, like, there's some rules around social media that we have to follow, and with the roulettes, that changed that because I would do it, and it would be
So
like my
what
favorites
if-
album, and I had
what
to
if-
cover it.
you guys are walking in a background of a photo.
At that point,
and-
it doesn't really matter. Like, you can't make it completely. You can't eradicate. That's the thing. Online presences, you can't avoid the internet. I don't think any person can fully avoid being on the internet to some extent.
Unless you go out in the middle of the woods. and
Go
just
Amish.
live- Yeah.
Even if you eat, okay, maybe Amish, but like even the Amish, like there's videos out there. Of,
Oh
like,
yeah, you know
can
the
look
Nelk
up
boys?
videos of like Amish people.
It was like the Nelk boys. They literally came and they tried to get an Amish guy to leave the Amish.
yeah.
Like his Amish lifestyle. They took him to, like Florida and whatnot or something. It's wild. So I guess yeah, you're not wrong. on
It's
that.
hard to completely have zero trace on the internet. Even if it's very hard to trace, like it's hard to trace a person's identity on the internet if they don't have like a social media account. But but like it definitely is impossible to stay completely off the internet. It's not possible to be
Yeah.
completely traceless, I think, in the modern age.
That's actually something my uncle does. He'll just delete people off the internet. Like not like he gets paid. They pay him to delete them off the internet.
okay.
Like
I was so confused. I was like,
Like,
is he an
he'll
assassin?
get-
What the heck is that?
Bro, pay gets paid to kill.
He removes people from existence.
from the internet's existence. Like
It's
if
hard,
you-
too.
I know it takes some like for each client. it takes him about an hour or two, depending on how much they're in,
It's a
how
lot.
present they are. He mainly does it. He's also an ex-cop, so like he understands the like why
Yeah.
and stuff, because you know.
Yeah, it's because even then, like, you have a pretty strong presence on the internet now. Like, there's a fair, even though you don't have any like social media, you still are out there now because of Twitch streaming.
Yeah, and YouTube clips or shorts.
And
I
even
guess.
when it's deleted,
this,
like even if you deleted all your accounts, it's still out in the.
I mean,
Like with Wayback Machine and stuff, you can access basically anything, even deleted accounts sometimes.
What?
Wayback Machine is it's a website that lets you look back at older versions of websites and scroll through. Like I could go on Wayback Machine and look at YouTube 10 years ago, and they basically take snapshots of websites, and you can scroll through websites from a long, long time ago.
and can you watch the videos actually from
Yeah,
there?
you can actually like go through and like find stuff.
Can we find? Did you have a YouTube channel at all, Michael, when you were younger?
We're gonna go back and find some OG Michael.
That's
Michael
not what
content.
I'm talking. I'm
Okay.
thinking about something completely
There's
different.
a lot of content out there you can see.
Lots of content.
With Wayback Machine, you can
I'm
you
not
can find a lot of crazy
implying
things out there.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It starts with an L. Actually, both of the words start with an L.
No, what you're talking about.
You want to tell the class, Michael?
Live leak.
There's a lot of things you can find on Live Leak.
So bad. That website's like gone now. I wonder if they.
Everyone thinks okay. Even when things are deleted, there's definitely someone out there who has some content saved from
Well,
it.
yeah.
Like people
But
get
if
paid to
you-
just save parts of the
Right.
internet.
Yeah, I'm
like
cooked.
entire chunks of the internet.
You guys
I
have
bet
you
you
guys have
saw
so
that-
many clips
I
of
bet
me.
you s- I bet
That's what
you
I'm
saw
saying.
one-
Even though you have clips that are deleted from the internet that people have saved, and you're
Yeah.
a tiny streamer,
Yeah.
and all of those files are still on places, and it's bad. No, I'm kidding.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. You'll be fine. Probably.
Why is mine red?
What?
You muted yourself.
You're muted.
I?
Yeah.
Michael's unmuted now.
Wait,
Wait.
that's how you mute. What?
Michael's
Yeah.
learning how to use the new mics.
Do I get to keep this? I'm kidding.
How do you guys think?
Don't-
Like,
don't.
what do you guys think for social media? Like, if there was a new app, or what do you think a new app would be in the next 10 years? I know that's like a hard question to say, but like ask, I guess. But what do you think a new social media app would look like in the next 10 years that gets popular?
I
don't
could
know.
see
Or like a
because
form.
what I've noticed a lot is that people are more into using, instead of texting, they use like audio, like voice messages.
Mm.
I could see a social media starting that's basically just Twitter but voice messages, where
That could go so bad.
it could be
so
really
quick.
bad, and it will be really bad. But basically, it's like they just
Don't use
it's just
Twitter as
audio
an
clips.
example.
Well, both of us are like thinking the exact same thing. What?
No, I'm saying it'll be bad, but
Uh.
like because that is growing in popularity for people, because the text itself can't. It's harder to save like voice clips than it is just text. Like I could get a screenshot of a lot of things, or we screenshot each other
Mm.
on text when they say something crazy. But for
Especially
a voice
Foster.
message, you have to video record it, which is a significantly larger file you have to listen through and keep.
But I think storage is gonna become not much of a problem in the future because
Yeah, but I think
they're
also,
getting things compact now.
I just think people are too lazy to go through voice messages from the past.
yeah.
One
Honestly,
thing with the voice thing is like the AI voices, dude.
Yeah.
But that
Oh,
would be
that could get-
crazy.
that could
That would
get
be
bad.
yeah.
I could see some crazy stuff happening with like a voice message based social media. Like I could very much see that being something that gets popular,
Mhm.
and it would be really, really bad, and it would
Yeah.
end really poorly.
Yeah.
What do you think? Gimmicks for social media? Because it can't just be like it's not like flipping Truth Social.
Truth Social.
Like you can't just reinvent an already
Factcheck.com.
existing.
Truth Social is literally just Twitter.
This video has been fact checked by real American patriots.
That's what the following one.
Twitter
Twitter
has
has
like-
really no filter.
Yeah. Twitter's been around for too long.
Twitter's.
I mean, X. It's actually X, guys.
guys.
Same difference. It's It's all the same.
What do you think? Do you have an idea for a gimmick for social media?
I don't know, because I feel like there's like it's all like the same. I'm like trying to think of something, but like it's already been done. It's just like, how do you do the same thing but change it up a little bit so it's not just like the same thing as every other social media?
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to come up with those gimmicks because if you had told me, I couldn't come up with the idea for Be Real. I would think that's like crazy if you told me to make that up, that idea. I would not be able to be like, oh yeah.
Wait, Be Real, but it's a voice thing, so it just goes off and you're just gonna send like a 10-second audio clip.
It just immediately audio records of whatever is happening.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, I think we should make an app.
Oh gosh.
I'm imagining like, because all people are wearing like Apple Watches these days where it shows like your heart rate and stuff. Imagine like a social media where it just shows your friends like
Your heart rate.
your heart rate and your like cholesterol levels and stuff.
Oh gosh.
Make sure your friends aren't dying from all the fast food they're eating. You can just check in on them, be like, "Hey, bro, why is your resting heart rate 130?"
130?
That'd be
I feel like
crazy.
that's what yours is right now because you drink so much caffeine.
Caffeine is good for me.
That's not.
It keeps the headaches away.
No,
so
that's what
true.
keeps on causing them, and then you just keep on shoving more caffeine.
No.
You need to lean off of it, okay?
Chat, this
What?
podcast is sponsored by Red Bull.
If this podcast was sponsored by Red Bull, we'd be 13 miles up in the sky.
Secretly, we're on a
doing this
plane right
podcast.
now, and we're about to end of episode. This just opens up, and we like fall out of the sky, and we have to grab
No,
our
we're in a
parachutes out of
plane,
the air.
I'm sorry.
Everything just starts full. What the fuck?
What?
Have you seen that? Have you seen that? There's a meme circulating where it's like, okay, pretend, look what I'm doing. Oh, you're at a barbecue and you're
Oh
at a
my
meet and you're
gosh,
driving to the
yes, I
store.
saw that.
Dude, not even kidding.
What?
No, I was a terrorist hijacking and playing, but it looks just like that. That clip of me dying so much.
I know.
I've
Wait,
not
wasn't
seen
it
this.
with-
I'm cutting that
wasn't
out, but it was
on
funny.
another podcast?
Yeah, it's on another podcast.
Well, it's
the
from-
Asian guy and the guy with orange hair.
We really need to work on our names.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know that people.
Yeah.
I've seen so many of their clips.
They're pretty funny.
Because I love how like they have so much more of a presence than we do.
And we don't
Yeah,
even know who they are.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And gosh,
It's because we're so much cooler, guys. All right.
You go to the last question.
Yeah. Move on to the last big question. What are pros and cons of social media, and how can it be used to glorify God? Let's start with the cons.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad things about social media, and we could spend a long time talking about
I mean,
lot of
the
them.
time. I mean, it wastes a lot of your time.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. We're not even looking at the content of social media. Just what it like does to the person. It destroys your
mind.
Your mind, your dopamine stuff, because it's just constantly scrolling. And I'm not saying I'm perfect because I do
I
exactly.
think we all scroll.
Yes.
We all scroll.
And when it comes to that, it destroys your dopamine. And then after you're done doing that, you just have like no energy. Like I don't know if that's just me. I feel like I have no energy after I'm scrolling for like until
My finger's
2
so tired.
at like in 2 like
Getting
it's-
thumb
It's
cramps.
2 a.m. and I'm like, I should go to bed. Just keep scrolling.
Wait, how do you scroll? Do you go with thumb or do you have like two?
Who the flip uses their finger?
I guess that would be weird.
I'm just
Who does that?
I'm just doing this because it looks better. I don't know.
If you don't use your thumb to scroll, please stop listening to this
Stop
and
scrolling.
Stop
get psychiatric help. I don't know. I think another big thing on a very serious note,
and mental health. I think.
mental health, particularly because it destroys mental health.
Yeah.
And then in parallel with that, it's just completely ruining all. On a very serious note here, does not. Not now. In a minute. That's his favorite meme. That's his favorite
That
meme.
is my favorite.
we say
meme.
that a lot.
We do say it a lot.
We say that so much.
Back on the very serious note, it destroys mental health, and
Yeah.
it is absolutely destroying the actual intended sense of sex in the current culture, and
Yeah.
what the biblical design for sex and for what it even means to have sexual desire is completely ruined right now.
Yeah.
And not only is it messing with people's minds and causing anxiety and depression, it's making people lean heavier than ever on sexual content and how much it sells. and how much money you can make off of doing it.
I mean, I don't know who said it. Who said the sex sells?
I don't know who said it, but it definitely that's such a real quote.
Yeah. Real.
Real. That's another big meme.
Okay.
If that's not the word of the year, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
If cooked is the word of the year, then we're cooked.
Okay, buddy.
That's why it's gonna be the word of the year because you just keep saying.
That's what I'm saying.
that.
I don't. Okay, but on a very serious note, like even on social medias that are not designed to
Oh my
hold
gosh, dude.
sexual content.
Instagram.
If I go on the Twitch main page,
Oh.
about maybe 1/3 of the streams that are recommended to me, being a person who never watches Twitch and is like basically a brand new account, is all women in bathtubs wearing skimpy clothing. Like, it is forced down people's throats immediately. It is not.
Yeah.
Social media is not afraid of being honest of the fact
Okay,
that it's what pushes
But
social media.
there's also like they have guidelines, but boy, do they push those guidelines. Like
They're never enforced.
they're not really enforced. There's this one account on Instagram called You Are a Hitman.
You are a hitman. We're big fans of the You Are a Hitman account.
Shout out to that account because it's like
Scroll at your own discretion. It is
very much.
you have to
look if you are
you have to
under-
subject yourself to something
Yeah.
for the sake of the better good.
What
But
is this? So basically, You Are a Hitman. What it does is it will, in the comment section, it will tag accounts that post like literal sexual content.
okay,
Like
it's basically
I
just
don't know what YouTube guidelines are on saying what the word we're all thinking, but like I don't know.
yeah,
You know what we're talking
adult
about.
content
Adult content,
pages
yes.
on Instagram. Like unashamedly. They're not like
the-
just slightly promiscuous.
I
It's like
think-
literally just
I
straight
think on
up
some of them
adult
they
content.
like what makes it so hard for them to get it banned is that the whole the people who moderate the videos, they have to watch the whole video. The whole like the first I think half or so of the video is just like a timer for like 5
Yeah,
minutes.
something totally unrelated,
Which-
and they have to skip through it to get to the actual
But
adult content.
no, I don't think they really skipped through it, so they're just like we didn't block this.
Right,
So-
because it's just an AI that's usually just going through these videos and
Yeah.
not seeing things. And so basically what this account does is tag these accounts, they find them, and they have a following of people where they just mass report these accounts.
yes, but
That's
the thing
actually
is that you have to move
cool.
silently, like you don't comment on
Because
their
people will deactivate their accounts before they get banned,
Yeah.
and then reactivate it once their trail is kind of lost, or change their usernames, or do all these things to try to prevent
My
being
question
banned.
is, how the
Essentially,
heck does he find them?
I'm sure he has his ways. I'm sure he probably just
Like it's kind of weird, but like also like
it's for the greater good,
Yeah.
and it is effective.
yeah,
Like usually he tags about three profiles in
three.
the comments,
Yeah.
and he has a massive following, and basically every
I
single one of
just
his
real- I
followers
just
just goes and just masses reporting bomb these accounts, and they get
Yeah.
immediately deleted and within like the day.
Dang.
It's
because
because
there's been a couple accounts that have been up for a while. I
yeah,
think.
sometimes I go back and I'm like, how are these ones still being up? But like, or there's ones that like intend to change their names or deactivate with people. Because people try to be, oh, I'm so cool by like leaving a Hitman GIF in the comments of the posts, which is the
Yeah.
exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to
Yeah.
be entirely silent, so they don't even realize they're
Just-
being mass reported.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
the account itself is like, it really shows the good in what social media, how social media can bring people together in a way
Mm-hmm.
that
That's
there is this
one-
bad
I
stuff
think
out there, but he's out there fighting for the better good. You
Yeah.
know,
Needs to be more accounts like that.
there do. If we had 100 accounts that were like just You Are a Hitman, we could probably eradicate most of the most popular adult content profiles off of Instagram and make it much safer for everyone, because there's a lot of children on these apps who are finding these
That's
things.
one thing. Is another con is like the amount of children that are on social that have Instagram and all these things. Like, I mean, I blame it on the parents most of the time.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like
yeah,
giving
and
your
parents.
Do not give your children
giving a sixth
iPads.
grader.
Stop giving your kids iPads. Get
Yes.
them outside. Buy them a bike, please. It's
A
cheaper.
sixth grader on
better for them.
Instagram should not be a thing.
No, it's bad.
Posting and doing whatever, it's like
And I think also in the amount of like, obviously if I just say misinformation out there, that's very, very broad. There's a misinformation about everything, but because since we're talking about this, how could it be used to glorify God in the context of how much social media is intentionally attacking Christianity
Mhm.
and how much misinformation out there is, how many false teachers are getting a following, it's bad. I don't know what it's like on YouTube Shorts because I don't scroll YouTube Shorts. But
I like the Lord's Giant. That
the
one.
Lord's Giant is awesome. Follow
Yeah.
the Lord's Giant. He's awesome.
What's another one that's?
There's a guy named Honest Youth Pastor who calls out. He makes memes about Christianity and like the social presence of Christianity.
What's that one Asian dude? And he's
Ooh, I don't remember what his name is. I
You
know,
know
I
who
know,
I'm
I know who you're
talking
talking about though.
These are all Instagram people,
Yeah, people on Instagram.
like Christian artists,
Christian creators who
creators, I mean.
intentionally are calling out the false teachers, basically.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Like there was this one video the Lord's Giant made recently, calling out a video where this guy was talking about. He's like, "There's a part in this one book that's not in the biblical canon, or was removed from the biblical canon, where Jesus goes to India to learn Hinduism, and like masters the mystic arts,
Mm-hmm.
and teaches us about." But the thing is that book was written in like 1890.
A little bit late.
A little bit late, a little bit
Well,
after the actual events
yeah.
of the biblical canon. And so when they say it was rejected from the biblical canon, it sounds like it was like an actual historical book that was like rejected. But what they're actually saying is it's literally just fan fiction is what made of the Bible. And there's a lot of it out there. And there's people who are mixing these non-biblical canons thinking that they're just like removing parts of the Bible because it's convenient. But what it actually is just literal misinformation and false teachings that people are making
Yeah.
for the sake of confusing Christians,
Because there's been times where I send you a video, I'm like, is this guy right? Or like,
You have to, if you're not walking in discernment when you're scrolling, you're going to be taught a lot of things that are not correct.
that's why I try to take everything. Also, when you're on the internet, take a lot of things with a grain of salt, because
Assume everything can be fake.
some of it, like parts of the fake stuff, is not untrue, but you just have to make sure it. You have to understand what you're looking at.
The best lies are mixed with truth.
Yes.
So be able to know where the truth begins and when the lies begin. Like
Where the truth ends.
the truth ends and the lie begins, because it's there. Like in
Yeah.
any lie, there is going to be a truth that baits you in.
It's like
and-
two truths and a lie.
Yeah.
So you have to make the lie believable. It has to kind of fit in with the truth.
Has to be equally yoked with the truth there. And so if you're going to make a really big claim, it has to be based in a really big truth.
Yeah.
And it's the bigger truth that they're trying to deceive, the harder it is to convince people. But it's like,
When you get
That's
to
how
the
they get you.
smaller truths, you just focus on the small stuff. Then it starts going everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
True.
tired.
how much Christian content have you seen on YouTube Shorts?
I mean, a lot of it is like, I mean, I'll get like just like people I'm already following. Like, I still will get like new creators. I'm like, okay. I mean, look into them and whatnot. But I feel like sometimes I definitely do get new Christian creators that are nice. I was gonna say one thing. Scrolling through, one thing I've done is scrolling through like Twitch, and you look up because what's nice is the tags you can do.
Yeah.
So you can tag so Christian content creators, and I have found some really awesome people on Twitch who stream that have a great community there, and just that they love the Lord, and that's just like an awesome thing. Like I've even played like you guys have probably seen me. I've played COD with like one of the dudes who streams a lot. I mean, I've met some awesome people online, even just streaming, who are
Yeah, I what I like
Christian.
most is people who don't do anything differently necessarily, but they're just speaking truth.
Mhm.
Like they're being a positive light. They're being the salt and light on that platform.
Mhm.
And it doesn't have to be like I'm literally preaching Bible verses at my audience, but
Yeah.
like just being different, like in the way you carry yourself and the way you speak and like act to your fan base and to your fellow people who are you're playing games with, or
Right.
like whatever you're doing on your stream. Like it's more than just I'm preaching at you. It's I'm actually like dedicated to just being different. Because you can have people who put like I've seen people who have OnlyFans who have Bible verses in their bio. Just putting a Bible verse in your bio doesn't make you a Christian. It's how you act. You
Yeah.
can see the Christians before you know they're Christian, usually. And if people don't realize you're Christian before
think-
they know, you should probably change something about you.
I think I mentioned this last podcast, but one religion you can really see that like, oh yeah, that guy's blank is Mormons.
Yeah.
Like,
Because they're so nice.
yes.
They're very nice, and it's like, that's the kind of way we should carry ourselves too, in a
Yeah.
way.
It's like
That,
standing out,
yeah.
looking different, or
Mhm.
sounding different and whatnot.
because we're all still patients in the hospital. Like, we're all still trying to get better. That doesn't mean you shouldn't at least start acting better the best you can. There's a part in Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis where he talks about wearing the mask that looks like Jesus, where it sounds like you're being fake by pretending to be like Jesus. But the truth is, you can't begin to be like Jesus in a literal sense until you start at least trying in those very easy ways, you know?
Mm.
Like, put on the mask and grow into the mask instead of just trying to become the mask and then put it on. Like, you need to do your best, even if you're not a perfect Christian at home.
Well,
Because no one is.
No one is.
You need to still try to act the best you can, and
Right.
you need to put in the effort, you know, and focus on becoming better at those things. And I don't know. There's a lot of Christian creators out there who are much more obviously Christian than others because they act differently. Like, it's different for those
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
So, about time we start wrapping it up.
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
And end it off
should we
with
talk about
Jack.
more like, we'll talk about, I mean, we pros and
More
cons.
pros. I find one big thing I've been doing to show pros with I guess we could talk about our own personal social media. Like, for you,
Yeah.
obviously, with your streaming is a big thing that you've been using for your social media to show God's glory.
Hmm. And even if it's not like I don't do even Christian content on there, but even just having like a somewhat, I guess, like, I mean, just, I guess, a Christian or Christian streamer and whatnot, and just
Mhm.
like keeping it kind of clean on there, I guess,
Yeah,
most of the time. You know,
most of the time.
still, you
We're
know,
not
I think COD brings out the worst.
That's why I don't play COD often.
Yeah.
What about you, for your social media?
Like for pros and cons.
Like, what are you doing in your social media to bring glory to God?
this.
Send reels to you.
No, that's real. Like, share things that glorify God, and don't share
Yeah.
things that are fear mongering and scary and mess with people. Like, be a good example to people. And like, I mean, I like to share things to people that are like, it brings positivity to their life. It's not just like for the sake of sharing something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you know, with like my Discord statuses or my like Instagram notes or on my stories, I'll share things that are just like positive messages that people need to hear.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's a simple message, those reminders are small ways that we can remind other people in our groups to focus on God, you know.
Yeah, I would say that for your Discord bio. Sometimes I'm like, dang, that's deep, or or just funny. It just brings a smile in the moment,
Yeah.
you know.
It's just small things. It doesn't have to be like you making a video being like, God told you to see this video, or
If
you're
you
watching
scroll,
this-
you hate.
if you scroll,
Jesus.
you hate Jesus, or like,
I hate
those.
if you're
those.
watching
Yeah.
this, God meant for you to see this. You know, it's not like that. It's different. It's like,
What do we think about those videos?
bad. Don't do that.
Don't.
Bait your Christian brothers and sisters into guilt watching your dumb videos, because they're not usually that worth it. So don't do that. Just preach the gospel. That's it. It does no other
Do
like
it how
ifs, and,
Chandler
or
does
buts.
it.
Do how Chandler does it, guys.
Because you just sit down and say,
And unfollow Mr. Beast.
For real.
gosh,
We're not talking about Mr. Beast. We're
so
We're not.
much stuff.
We're
that's
vetoing
happened.
that.
But yeah, I mean, I guess pros is even just like doing this podcast, you know, talking about, I mean, what we're talking about.
yeah. I guess that would be my exhortation to the listeners is find ways to use your social media for the better. Like,
Even the little things count, like, matter.
make those small changes, share the gospel, and like be honest with people. Like, be very open. It's not that hard to share the gospel, to share a couple Bible verses, you know,
Right.
or just like use your words kindly, you know. So what's the
Yeah.
fun?
I think my mom and dad just got home.
About time to wrap it up.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like, they're not forcing us out, but
Yeah. Well,
it's not like
Any
you
other-
guys are in my room or anything. I'm not even in here half the time because it's just,
Mm.
you know,
Hot.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're like,
It's like
borderline
hot.
sweating.
It's like hot in here.
Oh, yeah. If Joshua was in here, man.
anyways, any
Oh,
final
yeah.
comments and ideas?
Anyways,
I think-
don't give your kids social media till they're like 20.
16. If they're not like driving,
Look
they
to
don't.
the camera.
If they're
Shout
not,
out.
if your children are not driving, don't give them an iPad.
Shout out to my parents for
Yeah.
not
Don't
giving
give
me
them
social media
technology.
unless like it was like YouTube.
Keep them away from it. I was given it way too young, and it was very bad for me. So
For real.
do better for your own kids.
Yeah.
Get YouTube
I
kids.
think if anything, just if you want to have contact with your children, just give them a flip phone. Like
Get
Matthew.
a track phone or something. Like
That's one thing Matthew has done. That I'm like,
yeah,
I should do that,
respect.
but also I don't want to do
Yeah.
it because I don't know.
it's
Yeah.
it's hard. It's a hard drug to get off of once you get back on it. So don't even start it with your kids.
Yeah.
Like
Just have a flip phone. All they need is a phone number.
They might
to
hate
be
you in the
contact
moment,
with
but it's gonna be a
people.
lot better for them down the road.
Yeah. Like also
It's-
another hold on. Another thing is if you have friends and stuff, but if you don't feel comfortable giving them your phone number, are they really friends? Like
true.
phone number it's a more obviously it's a lot more direct
Yeah.
than social media because a lot of people don't have their social media notifications on, and a phone number like when you give someone your phone number, it kind of builds a level of trust with each other. It's like, okay, we're actually giving or exchanging real information.
It's true.
Like same with like your address and stuff.
Mm.
If you guys go to meet up somewhere instead of hanging out at each other's houses, then how close of a friendship is that really?
Yeah.
I would never go to Michael's house.
Yeah. I don't think you
Only
guys
his
would
trailer.
never-
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I guess one big thing to any adults listening who might have or either already have children or will have children, as three people who grew up with technology, please keep your children away from technology. We're begging you.
Buy a
Yeah.
bike. Buy a
Get
buy
your
a dirt
kids
bike.
outside. Let them grow up normal, please.
What's hard with that is that there's not that many children that grow up like that. So when you do that, there's not many children that actually are
Yeah.
outside. We need to make a big social change with children in general.
If you want to raise children that are going to change the world,
Yeah.
raise them in a way that's different from the rest of the world.
Yeah. Actually have more of a following to be consistent and
True.
all that. So starting out is just the hardest part.
Yes.
Um,
So please
got
like and
some-
subscribe.
Yes.
That
I
sounds.
think we're at
that
4,
sounds
I think
cringe,
we're at
but please do
14 right
it.
now or around that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Share with your
15.
friends, people you think might enjoy it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, for sure.
make bot accounts and follow it.
No.
No, don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
Don't.
Um,
That's terrible.
Make a change in your social life and your social media presence.
Yeah.
Like, be different. Set yourself apart.
Do something different today on social media. Post something encouraging,
Yeah.
or send your friend something that will just make them laugh.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling romantic.
Maybe not that
Come
one.
over here and kiss me on my. I'm sorry, that's terrible.
Be different. Be the salt and light, and be aware of the dangers you're facing when you go on social
I
media.
shine bright everywhere we go.
Music full of people.
We're getting copyrighted.
Dude,
Ah,
I'm
you're
not
gonna get
even
us.
joking. You, my sister was playing that song in there when I was.
We're so cooked.
When I was walking
We're so
out.
cooked, Chad.
Stop saying that.
I love Toby Mac.
And thank
All
you
right.
for listening to Crossroads Conversations. We
Yeah.
hope to see you
For
next
sure.
time.
Hope
Thanks
you
for
guys have a
listening.
good rest of your day, night, and
Have a great week. Yeah. We
Yes.
love you.
Stay blessed, no stress.
Bars.
And,
Bye.
and don't stay up till like 3 a.m. watching reels. 'Cause
Sleep more, eat
that's what we're
more,
gonna
drink more, okay?
Not
Not alcohol, water. Drink more water.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.